Hello, Cyberfart. Hello, hello. Ooh, so much work to do. Fuck. Hello, on your side. Hello, hello. Okay, perfect. I collected some to-dos. I don't know. I kind of decided that I want the polish for the next release of Zine to be a bit higher than what I aimed for originally. So now I'm going through those as well. I also decided to rename blocks in sections so that you can talk about content sections because it just makes more sense. Which also means that I can not call these things boxes and instead call these things box instead. So like the nomenclature of these things makes much more sense now. So let's see. Are we happy now? No, we're not. Because we have these guys that are actually previously were boxes. Oh no. Okay, so these are auto-generated. These are all auto-generated, right? Yeah. My talk was accepted for Zigtoberfest. Let's go. Nice. Nice. That's a nice. It's nice for everybody. It's a nice Zig project. It's nice for people to be able to hear about it. Oh. Evaluation exceeded 1,000 backwards branches. Oh no. You like the warning block? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I like it as well. How the fuck are we looping, man? Why did I do wrong to cause infinite looping? I 1,000 fucking percent did something wrong. Just don't know what. It has to do with the funky ass renaming that I was doing, but man, what can I do? Section, block, block. Maybe a loop in here. Fuck. So somehow we're looping. Okay, we're looping in docgen 2 to 4. Analyze built-ins. We're looking at the built-ins of what? Of T. Is this like a thing where we were barely making it work and now we just barely crossed the threshold? The call trace doesn't seem that insane, so yeah. Let's set the eval branch quota. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Okay, so renamed happened. Now we're back to building. Scripty reference still works. Everything still works as expected. Okay. We need to change the wording a little bit because here we're talking about blocks and it's finally time to talk about sections as we should always had done. Oops. There we go. That's correct. Okay, so we renamed the stuff, so we're good. Okay, one done. I think I want to do it like this. Implement box properly. That's pretty much a way of wording these other things. Okay, let's see. Semantics for vanilla links and images in SMD. Yeah, we need to have well-defined semantics for when you do that. By the way, let's see if they have updated the Zigtoberfest website. Oh, they did. There we go. What does CJ stand for? I can only think Jean-Claude, but that's JC. I've heard of CJ also in the past. It's just I'm assuming it's an like an acronym for the full name. I just can't think of what that would be though. Oh my god, really? I see. Code jokey. I see. Okay, let's define how vanilla links should work. So the idea is you're making a vanilla link. You could be linking to, I guess. Yeah, what would you be linking to? I would say that those should only be allowed for. Yeah, actually, what? What do we allow people to link through that system? Oh, URL only. Okay, then I'll ask you in Munich. So you're linking to HTTP something. That's a URL. Fine. You're linking to another page. How would you do that? Normally, maybe leading slash and then through, well, you know, like docs. What about relative links like dot something? Maybe we could do it like this. We could say, that's a URL that works. Leading slash means page, and dot means page asset. Everything else requires directives. Maybe we could do that. So this would be the semantics. Maybe let's write documentation for it first, so that we get a good idea of what that's supposed to be. Also, I'm tired of getting this content scan stuff. Hello, X2. Okay, basics. Let's see. Markdown syntax. I think they should go inside Markdown syntax. So between Markdown syntax and directives, or we could explain it down here before the inline escape hatch. Maybe that's also not a bad spot. Yeah, I should also change these examples. Mm. Hmm. How should I do public and private inside structs? You don't. In Zig, who owns the memory has full control over it. So the caller, whoever is has an instance of your struct, owns that memory, so they have full rights over it. I'm thinking this needs like a triple backtick. I have a function that is used by another function inside the struct, and it is a wrapper for that function. A recommendation on how to do it. I have a function that is being used by another function inside the struct, and it is a wrapper for that function. Any recommendation on how to do it? I don't understand what your point is, though. If it's a decal, so if it's a function that you defined inside the struct, you can give pub or private to that function. So you can give pub to the function defined inside the struct. And if the other function is defined in the same file, then you can keep that one private and it works. Otherwise, if you need to access things that and it's becoming problematic because of visibility, make stuff pub and then write in the comments that, I don't know, it's not meant for public use. Actually, no example like this. Zip review updates are pretty fast. Is it regular Zig build behind the scenes when you save? Yes, it is. Maybe you've seen updates not being super fast in the past, but that's because I normally run around with debug build everything because, you know, messing with the thing. So I don't build it release. This is also nowhere near as fast as it could be. We could be much faster. Both by having by restructuring Zine as a single application, which I'm going to do eventually. I came to the conclusion that it's the right move. But also, I think that the new watch integration, like the new watch thing in the compiler, once we integrate with that, this is going to be much faster because we're going to skip like a bunch of subsystems to make that happen. So what you're seeing here right now, it's like, this is the bottom of the barrel. Library is type. That's probably a little bit overkill, but yeah. Library is like hot reload. Yeah, in good part. I think we can maybe do something better, something like with like some kind of symbol that shows like some arrow that shows become. So we have like some curved arrow, curved arrow emoji. Well, it's not exactly an emoji, like Unicode. Oh yeah. Oh. Oh, this one is good. This one is also good. Let's see. I'll take it, honestly. Also, somehow this markdown gets picked up. This markdown does not get picked up by my syntax highlighter. Like this one works. This one is completely bland plain text. What happened here? Huh. Okay, arrow doesn't look exactly great with this font. Here's another one. So there's this one here. Maybe this squared one is like good enough, I guess. Are these actually 3 characters? Holy shit, these are 3 characters. Okay. Oh, okay. This one is ugly as fuck. But let's see how it looks like in the final output. Yeah, no, this ain't a chief. Huh. Why is this here? Like some I don't get why some are here, but fine. Let's see this one. Very thin in my editor. Oh, maybe actually not that bad there. What about the stuff that we show in trees? Something like this, but also with the arrow copy. Yeah, maybe we can delete one. Yeah, I think this is fine. Out of curiosity, even shorter? Too short. I think this one is the right balance. And something really borks the syntax highlighter brutally. Oh, it's that leading space that kills it? What? Interesting. Hmm. I'm starting to think that maybe what we should do is not map these to local assets and instead forcefully map these things to like pages, but relative from where you are. We don't have like rel page, but we should have rel page, I think. Because really, ultimately, the main thing that you link to is freaking pages. You don't link to images. While images should prioritize, can't do anything with image. So, yeah, like a leading slash means emg.site asset. Yeah, I think that this should be a rel page, which we don't have. Or maybe it should be for sub page. The ability to link to sub pages. That does not seem a bad idea. So instead of rel page, yeah, rel page doesn't make much sense. But sub page does. Yeah. I know you have been using Helix for a while. Do you have any updated thoughts on it? Just curious. I like it. It works. I got completely comfortable with the way that keybinds work. I feel like it's well organized. It does almost everything correctly out of the box. The only things that I don't like about it is like one thing that I wanted to have that it's not part of the vanilla thing, which is also disabled now. So let me go re-enable it. What am I doing? What is going on here? Is this sticky context. Sticky context tells you the context of where you're in. So right now I'm in links. Now it tells me that I'm under images. Here somehow we lost structure. That's three-seater going insane because there's a space in here. Also, I think this should update. Oh, yeah, there's a few bugs, but it mostly works and it's good. It's a work in progress extension that Totalicious is working on. So I like the functionality. So and Helix doesn't have it yet out of the box. Maybe it will once this stuff gets merged. So that one I like. The other thing that it's annoying is how the auto suggestion menu pops up and annoys the fuck out of me because it steals focus and auto inserts weird shit into my document when it absolutely should not. That's like an insane default. So, and then you cannot change a scene. Like you can't. Well, either you keep it or you disable it. You can't just like have auto suggestions, but then also have those not fuck up your typing experience. So I toggle them off. They totally need to fix that shit. But they will eventually probably. So like you take out these two things and everything else is pretty good as is. So I'm happy. And for the type of work that I'm doing right now, autocomplete, it's fine, not that critical. I don't miss any of the AI stuff, like because again, what I'm doing right now, AI wouldn't be able to help much. Would be more problematic than useful. So I'm comfortable as is. I'm also amazed at how three-seater, for some reason, doesn't parse links in Markdown at all. Like this is driving me insane. How come that the Markdown three-seater parser doesn't recognize links? That's crazy to me. Although I probably know why. It's probably because it's probably very problematic to recognize these things correctly, matching proper Markdown semantics, and so they don't do that. That's what I suspect it's happening. Oh, also, I got this wrong. There's no bang here. I'm still thinking about how to make autocomplete non-intrusive in Flow. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't have any super smart suggestion. The only suggestion that I have is do not make that fucking thing hijack the user's keyboard, because it's like, I'm sorry, with all due respect to the creators of Helix who have done a great job all around. Like, I'm sorry, but you have to be fucking stupid to think that it's a good idea that autocomplete, which pops up at the most random times, especially when LSPs are involved. Like the LSP at some point wakes up, decides that it's time to autocomplete some weird shit, like to propose some weird autocompletions, And then at some random point, you start typing into those when you use like arrows and stuff. Absolutely insane. So here's what I would say in your site: don't do that. Second thing, in my opinion, it is better to have auto suggestions be something like where you, even if you're selecting them, like you're moving through them, you move through them, but that by default should not immediately insert them in the document. That's another thing that, in my opinion, Helix got completely wrong. In Helix, when you get an auto completion and you navigate the auto completion menu, as you select things, those get put into your document. So you have this random pop-up menu that shows up out of nowhere as you're moving around, because it also, of course, shows up as you're moving your cursor around and not typing shit. And then it steals the arrow, like the movement focus. You move into the menu and it poops out into your document a random thing. So I would say don't do that either. I would suggest by default, have the user accept the suggestion. Like you select it and then you press a button to accept it. Whatever the button should be, I don't know. But it shouldn't be something that, like, it shouldn't corrupt your thing automatically, in my opinion, like your text. Then, I don't know, if somebody then really wants, the faster behavior, then, I mean, great for them, but I do think that by default, that should not be the behavior. It makes the thing way too obtrusive. I think we can even link these things now. Yeah, I think we need sub, page, and like sibling. So that you can create like relative links as a Roca reference and then have this stuff works. I think that big enough sites will want that. Well, in any case. Oh, I selected the only one that doesn't work. Oh, well. There's no link to those? Yeah, there should be. Oh, it's because it's fully qualified. Oh, right. This is any directive. And this is like section. Okay, so this should be link.url. Yeah, there you go. Okay, we don't have subpage yet, so oh fuck. Link.url, link.page. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so we have invented subpage which doesn't exist. Now we have to decide what to do about that. Also, guess what? If I do now link dot subpage, this allows me to do it. It's not going to work, but I'm allowed to do it. That's also something that needs to become a build error. So maybe we can make this a build error. And then we continue with what we were doing. Yeah. Okay, so where do we check for this stuff? That might be more complicated than what I think it is with the current architecture. Freak. Link. So yeah, we're loading a page. We're parsing its markdown. We're looking at its directives. We find a link directive or an image directive that has one of these things. The problem is asset finder, asset finder, asset finder. What about pages? What does it do for pages? It does page finder. I guess we could say if it has ref set, then we complain. The problem is that page finder isn't page loader. Page finder doesn't load the page, does it? It does fucking load the page. Never freaking mind. Okay. By the way, it's also bad that we structure it this way. We might have recursiveness, not recursiveness, but like stack depth problems by phrasing it this way. Oh well. But we do have the other page, so here's what we can do. Oh man, there's so many things that we can do. So first of all, one question is, we're trying to link to ourselves. Let's see if there's a ref, and if there is, do we link to it? So I think the idea is if the value, I think the value of a directory doesn't of a directive doesn't always have a ref. Like image has like here we're basically handling together link and image, and I don't think that image has ref. Image has source. Oh, does source have ref? Oh yeah, source has ref when it's page. Right. And then there's self page. And when it's self page, oh, yeah, I call it ref, but that's the page, like the hash thing. It's in link and image doesn't freaking have it. Yeah, none of the others have it. Okay. So we need metaprogramming, or rather, yeah, we need metaprogramming. So AST. Okay, if it doesn't have it, what do we do? How do we even report errors at this point? There was some error reporting above. Reporting AST errors. These ones are more like runtime errors. Oh fuck. Yeah, we're unable to add those errors at this point. Like, why am I even doing it here? Now that I think about it, this is something that we could totally do in the AST, right? We write down which local references exist, and we complain if those are not met. Yeah, so like these, I think this can actually stay whatever it was before. That's fine. We're going to implement that up above, but here actually we do need to do this. So we load the other page, and then if oh fuck, that code actually could have come in handy. If has field val ref oh, we could call report error. I like it. Node. That's n. Error. We need to format the error. I think we have something similar somewhere else. I guess we know this. Okay, let's see how far we get with this. Expected type found context image. What do you mean? Oh, I get put it in the wrong place, huh? Should not have done a release thing. Oh well. Oh shit. We're now getting errors, finally, although I don't know if those are correct. String in other section. Available sections are nothing. Well, fuck. That's not true, though. String is 100% a section in Scripty. Actually, I'm not so sure now that I think about it. Section of a page, front matter, page. Nah, those are totally wrong, man. Those are totally wrong. You know what the problem is? The problem is that we are not loading that info. Fuck. We are not loading that info if the page is not the main page. That's the problem. Yeah, we don't do these checks. And I know where is the magic line of code that prevents that from happening. It's this guy. So if I turn these off, we get the behavior that we want, but we also get ourselves into all kinds of trouble. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So here's what we should do, in my opinion. If it's not a root page, let's go to a simplified version of the code below where we just load things best effort. So, Well, no. Actually, wait a second. Who's supposed to fill out those things? It's the AST that's supposed to fill out those things, isn't it? Wait a second. We do. Wait. So yes, here we do the AST thing. I guess the question is, does page.get load the AST? And the answer is yes. Do we? Oh, you know what? We're probably just not setting that thing as we should. And that's the entirety of the problem. Let me think. Yeah, here we load the AST, go to references, print the errors. And then we set the AST into meta. We could do it also here. So instead of doing everything, we parse the AST. And then we do page. Meta AST. Am I dumb? I think I'm doing something dumb. Yeah, I'm totally doing something dumb. Am I? Am I not? I totally am doing something really dumb. Because in reality, yeah. Because when we check for this stuff in here, we should not be checking these on ourselves. God damn it. We should be checking it on the other page. So that has to be res. Yeah, originally when I did res the sections, that was wrong, but that was better than what I ended up writing in the end. God damn it. Look at page. Yeah, the only reference that we have to this stuff is AST, right? Yeah. Which can be optional, apparently. Okay, so we do res dot underscore meta dot ast dot question mark dot sections. Okay, let's see how that looks like. Oh, if it's a page. Because it could be an error. Do we move this check in here then? Yeah, we probably want to move this check in there then. Okay, now we get smaller problems. Let's see what the problem is here. Link to URL is not a section. Available sections are nothing. So we now have these things that say that they don't contain anything. I think I know why. Because those are not sections. Those are headings. And that's unfortunate. So what we need to create is, I guess, a map that contains all IDs, not just sections. Yeah. Okay, so give me a moment. I'll be right back and then we'll continue this. The problem is that these things are written down as headings. Oh, we can't even navigate there anymore. Okay, the problem is that they're written down as headings and we don't write down those IDs, but we should start doing that now. BRB. Okay, I'm back. And I made coffee. Okay, let's go save some IDs. So in AST, previously we were saving sections. What I'm thinking now is we actually want to track IDs. And then we can check if something is a section or not after the fact. So that means that as we parse, I guess it's not a directive, it's what is it? Eval script. Analyze this, analyze that, blah 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 blah. Analyze siblings, analyze code block, analyze heading. What am I missing, man? Where's my run script? There we go. Run script. So if it's a directive, blah blah blah, we set the directive. Oh, the problem is that when by being here, we kinda can't. We kinda can't, can we? Unless we lie. No, but we can't lie because we don't know yet. Fuck. So yeah, no, we have to go wherever run script is called and apply our surgery there. So we are analyzing our heading and we find a block. And apparently that's an error. That's fine. We find a heading thing. So that is fine. We set the directive, but also p.ids.append, well, not append, put. Actually, that's an if. I wouldn't have IDs. As a value, we put the node. What is the node, though? Analyzing a heading, that's a heading, that's the heading thing that we want. So H, that's our node. Okay, and we kind of want to keep doing this kind of stuff also elsewhere. If it's a section, we kind of want to do the same, honestly. That's even an error in here. So it's like, oh yeah, it was already happening. Okay. Okay. We're analyzing a block quote. And then we mess around with the link. Here we can totally do this. Block in this case, though, is going to be the quote. Analyze siblings. Okay. Heading is an error. Section is not always an error. Okay, in theory, we should have set everything. I'm not sure that's 100% correct, but that's going to be good enough for now. So that means that when we go in page, so we get the section the node, and then we need to look at the directive. Actually, we should assert that it has a directive. Can it be here without a directive? No, so we should be able to assert. So instead of an if, we want a switch. Oh, previously we were able to print this like this, though. Now we can't. You know what? Let's simplify this for now. We'll do something about it in the future. Okay, let's see how it goes. No field name sections, right. Success. Now we are correctly complaining about subpage not existing, but in this case, it's not a section. No, that's not MD path. That's the other thing. What is the other thing? P.ref. Let's see if this is any better. This page is not valid content ID for doc super MD Scripty. Yeah, available IDs are front matter. Perfect. So to make subpage exist now, we would have to. So we're now validating link refs. That's great. It would be nice if we could only print at the ref because it's the ref thing that's wrong, but I don't know. One day, maybe. So we're looking at semantics, right? And we're saying, yeah, maybe we should have subpage. And at this point, subpage kind of begs also for siblings. You know what? Maybe not having a slash and not having a dot means sibling. let's go try draft this in the docs, see what that looks like, or would look like, I guess. Sibling page? Should sub page have an uppercase P? Just sibling? By the way, you know what's funny is that we could actually make use of some of these things. Like here we are supermd.index, right? These links could all be subpages. They're all subpages to supermd, to where we are now. Here now, the question, what's the best way to have logging in a library / module? I don't want to collect the logs when someone uses the module. Should I put everything into a single scope that the user can blacklist or add a build option? You should put everything into a single scope, and then it's up to the user how to define this stuff. In my case, I don't have a system like that. So by default, I don't have logging on, and then I can toggle on logging on by turning on scopes. But that's not anything that you should implement yourself in the library. So you just need to use std.log.scoped. That's all you have to do. Everything else, it's up to the application developer. One scope for the whole thing. I really hope there were subscopes. No, you can create them yourself if you think they are appropriate. So you can do this. Well, for example, I have these in like in Super HTML. I have a scope for tokenizer. As you can see, it's HTML. I'm using slash as the separator symbol, but you can do it however you want. So with this, I have HTML tokenizer. With this, I have just AST. With this, I have HTML/AST. So you can create multiple, and you can give them a form of hierarchy if you want, but it's informal. So like, and in any case, you don't need explicit support from the system. So like, you decide the granularity. It's entirely up to you. Can you do indentation with Markdown? Like just indentation. So yeah, you can make a list. You can do greater than, but that opens a block quote, man. Okay, out of curiosity, what happens if I do this? Oh no, right now it's not gonna work in any case. Here's my point. I wanted to also add maybe a note for this. You know what? Maybe we don't need a note. Maybe we can just specify this. Okay. Okay, so we have defined all these extra behaviors, and now we need to actually implement them. So let's start by implementing subpage. So we need subpage and sibling. So that's subpage. I'm thinking that we should do sub and sibling, honestly, for simplicity. There is no point in the extra explicitness, in my opinion. Well, fuck no, because I have siblings, so it doesn't matter. Never mind. Sibling sub. Okay, so we have those. Let's go implement them. Sub sibling. page, ref. And then we also need kind. So it can be absolute, sub, sibling. These are the three kinds. Kind of makes you think that you could almost have self-page be a case in here, but that's fine. Also, well, actually having self allow you to set locale. You know what? We'll think about this another time. So page. Oh, this is delicious. I can do this. Can I actually? Any genericity in these thingies? Of course not. So never mind, I can't. I was thinking I could link to things, but not quite. Ooh, I can even add note blocks to these things. This is so sexy. So I can say here, note. No, I think this is fine. So with this, we should have created the new pages. And actually now we should build successfully. Maybe? Not quite. Oh, sub. Did we not call this sub? We totally did call this sub. Oh, right. We define them, but we don't use them. In Lincoln, we should. Maybe we should do page sibling sub. I think that's a better order. Okay, are you happy now? Oh, Jesus, what's happening here? So class is note, which apparently has weird styling. It doesn't have the normal styling that I would expect to see. Why? Why does style.css? Why is this guy not good enough, man? Wait, do we not include styling here? No, that's impossible. Because it's in base, right? Right? I'm extremely confused. Please, wait. Okay, yeah, we do link it here. But somehow our local stuff override things in a bad way? How? Somehow this guy is more specific than this guy. That's interesting. There's also... Is this? Oh, this is it. Well, I guess we can make background color and margin important and call it a day. I mean, it's... I close it. It's CSS madness, so who cares? Can I put important in here? Of course I can't. There we go. There's also some border stuff that's weird. Yeah. Okay, now we're good. Okay. So we have defined them. They don't work yet, though. So we need to implement these things. So yeah, let's implement those. Okay, to implement those, we need to go in cache. When we load the page, we need to also start looking at these things now. So we are looking at either link or something else. The thing says page now. Also, wait, we aren't done with IDs first, though, because we still have one problem. We need to check self IDs, right? So we need to, when we're parsing, we need to keep track of IDs, like ref properties that are in links. And if the page is a self page, validate those at the end of the parsing process. So let's go do that, and then we return to this AST in the parser. Analyze heading, run script. This has to be in run script, though. If it is a directive, we validate it, and then we say if we switch directive, and if it's a link, and then we switch the kind. No, it's source dot question mark, and then we say dot self page. So if it's a self page, then res is going to be link dot source dot question mark dot ref dot question mark. Let's call it hash. Okay, so we put it there. we'll remember about those, and then before returning things, init the parser, analyze stuff, and we get here. I guess we can do validate IDs. Or I guess we can do it inline also as well. So for yeah, IDs the what dot keys. Yeah. If it doesn't contain it, then we add an error. Okay, let's see what's in an error. Main and kind. Okay. So main is p dot referenced IDs dot get. Okay. Kind is invalid ref. There we go. Okay, so with these we oh my god, what happened? Oh no, why did this switch? I don't get it. God damn it. Okay, so we're good now. And so this has been implemented, well, in theory. So now we can focus on the new kinds of pages. So page site to report that the locale could not be found in a markdown link directive. I mean, I do have report error now, so we can do report error in a better way. Maybe. There we go. Could not find locale, whatever. Okay, and then we're doing page find, and we just plop in the ref without thinking about it. So the idea now is that we need to find the ref in a few different ways, right? So we need to find the ref based on the kind that it is. If it's absolute, that's what we want. So ref is switch p.kind. Absolute p.ref. Sub. If it's a subpath, then we should be able to concatenate, well, to join the relative path of this markdown file with the ref, and it should work. So try std fs.path join GPA And that's easy. Sibling is the hard one. So sibling, we kind of want to do the same, but relative to the section that we are part of. Man, I hope that we have the relative path, section path. Yeah, what do we know about our own section? Load page. Parent section path, that's a question mark, so it's not always available. Fuck. Parent section path. PSP. Either what is provided or we figure it out. That's great. I think it might include a little bit too much stuff. Or maybe not. You know what? Fuck it. PSP time it is. And then we'll see what happens. PSP. Okay. Oh, we have too many things called ref. We have too many things called ref. That's certainly a problem. Ooh, also I saw just now that there was a message on YouTube. Let's see what happened there. When I first started learning Zig, I started with the Zigling exercises and I was really confused by the allocators. Well, just like Morpheus said to Neo in the Matrix, your eyes hurt because you never use them. Allocators are confusing if you are never had to deal with manual memory management, which is the case if you've always done only high-level programming. And yeah, there's no way around it. Like you gotta get used to the new dimension with all the good and bad that comes from it. If you want to do lower level programming, of course. Like if you don't want, then you don't have to. But if you do, that comes. It's part of the deal. You get a ton of, continuing with pop culture references. You get a lot of responsibilities, but you also get a lot of power when using allocators. Should have said the other way. You get a lot of power and thus a lot of responsibilities from being able to manage memory manually. Yeah, I'm thinking we should rename some of these things. Okay. Let's see how we're doing. Sprung require when switching on pointer to context directive. AST 290. Oh, we're switching on a pointer, man. Oh, right, because at d.kind. That's what we're switching on. Right, this is the only one that reference IDs. Although there's a lot of things that can have IDs. God damn it. Yeah, okay, this implementation is far from complete, but oh well. Unhandled enumeration value, URL, page asset. Yeah, we also don't care about the other ones. No field name ref in union content source. That is true. Ref is outside. Expected type root.range found question mark node. True. Oh, you can't do range on optional node. Wait, why is this an optional node? Oh, because we think that get could also not find it. I see. No, get has to find it. You know what? At this point, here's what we can do. No, never mind. That's fine. External type consuate found optional consuate. Oh, PSP. Because PSP could be null for index and only index. Oh, that's nice. Thank you, because I forgot about that case, and I was about to get I was about to forget. So we can't just use PSP directly. We need to first like unwrap it somehow. So if we enter this case, PSP or else we report an error. Gotta love it. Let's go. Let's nest. That's a little bit weird how this thing works. This is PSP or else report error. Let's see. The error is everything else is the same, but then this is gonna be so we're trying to do sibling on the homepage. Yeah. Oh, this could actually be a hard-coded thing. Yeah, the homepage has no siblings, man. Oh, this says that it found an invalid ref. That is indeed true. Yes. So this is nice. By the way, this adding these checks is improving the quality of our implementation like every step of the way. So what's happening here is that I have the documentation for SuperMD that actually doesn't mention str because that's not a content thing that we have at all. So let's add it manually. Let's see if we are able to do that. So we print the basic stuff, global scope, and then we, for each kind, we print the type. And then at the end, we can print custom ones in a sense. So we can copy this same general stuff, but it's going to be more manual. So this is going to be str, section ID, str, a string literal. And there's nothing else for us to say. And now we don't have any more complaints. which is great, actually. Although, where were we trying to link to string? Now that I think about it, I did remove all links. Fuck, where? Actually, this is interesting. Oh, it was because of optional. I never solved this, didn't I? 229. Yeah, because optional kept trying to link to string. Yeah, I think that not linking to string is the better option. Okay, so what was I saying? Yeah, so I have this problem of str. That's so nice. Yeah, you know what? Let's not add str as a string literal manually, and let's not do that. And instead, let's remove the remaining instances of links to it that shouldn't even be there. So this is in doc types. The problem is in doc types. I think what we can do in doc types is that yeah, we never need to do any of this stuff. That's it. Right, that's the reality of it. Yeah. So that removes the link, which is correct in our case. These docs are beautiful now. Okay, so we corrected, oh man, we corrected so many mistakes that we had, which is nice. So these also caught the internal link error. That's great. Wait, this was not implemented. It's other stuff that was implemented. So this works. Next is implementing the logic for vanilla links and images, right? Yes. So we implemented. Let's go back to the docs. So we implemented these things as explicit directives. Now we need to basically turn normal links into these guys, which means that now all links need to be turned into these guys, and that's fine by me. That is absolutely fine by me. There's also one last piece of behavior that I would like to implement, which is that if you're linking to one of these guys and you put nothing in here, then like an empty link should autofill it with the page title. Okay. So we were saying in AST now, whenever we encounter a link, so previously we were doing grab the link. It has to start with one of these guys. Otherwise, we don't even care. We don't call run script. Otherwise, well, guess what? We run the script no matter what. Analyze code block. Yeah, this has other stuff in it. Analyze block quote. Guess what? We always run the script. Link. Guess what? We always run the script no matter freaking what. Okay, now run script. So if it doesn't start with a $sign, then we're interpreting it as one of these guys. So if it's empty, I guess we return an error. Oh, I guess we could even do the length check and then switch on the first character after that. Yeah. So if source is empty, then we complain. Empty expression. Okay. So $sign, I guess that's the main flow. Leading slash. That means link page docs. So this is all like returning set directive. Oh man, this word is a return null, I guess. Okay, so the directive is going to be kind equals dot link. As a link, it has source set to page. Oh, you know what? We should have also the pound sign for local ref. We should also have pound sign. Oh man, that's gonna be so good. And in theory, we could also add support for # in combination with the other two. That's an improvement that we can add later, I guess. So it's going to be type page, and the page is going to be, I guess we have ref equals something, and then we have kind equals something. So slash means absolute. Ref is going to be, I guess, source. Okay, so this is one. So this guy is going to be the same, but kind is going to be sub. Else is going to be more complicated, because first we need to validate it. We need to validate if it's a full URL. To validate that it's a full URL, I guess what we could do, we could search for the // maybe. If it contains a // we call it a URL. Otherwise, we want to parse it as a URL. Right? That's what we would do with a normal directive normally. So yeah, we do the URL validation. Maybe. The problem is that it's not, the intent is unclear, right? If you do, you know what? Here's what we do. They need to have like, they need to properly parse as, okay, no, they need to have : // : is what decides if this thing is tries to be a URL. Okay, so this is going to be another one. In this case, it's going to be URL like this. Oh, we can probably compress a bunch more. Oh yeah, we can compress all of them. It's going to work out nicely. Here, how much can we compress? Not much. I would say this is as much as we can get away with. Yeah, it's fine, I guess. You know what? We could be consistent and say that we always go on a new line at link. We always do kind link. Although this could even be perceived as technically kind link source. Nah, that's fine. Okay, so here we need to validate the URL. We're going to do that in a moment. Otherwise, we assume that this is sibling. So it's going to be something like this. Jesus, the extra next thing is murdering me, so let's get rid of it. Okay, so sibling. Fuck it. Let's go down one more. Okay. So let's validate the URL. I think we can see that in page. No. You can see that in possibly context, I think. I think we have URL in here. Yeah, there we go. This is the code. Parse source. Otherwise, oh man, this is doing CX value error FMT. Jesus. Yeah, otherwise we return an error. Wait, do we actually return errors or do we match? Oh no, we do actually process them here, so we don't return an error. Or we slot it in ourselves. And then we return. Yeah. Okay, so this works. Parses URI on failure, returns invalid URL, return null, directive. Otherwise, we set the directive as a thing. Otherwise, if it doesn't have this in it at all, then directive. Okay, that works for me. Okay, with this, we should have implemented all of these. We can now implement the pound sign. I like it. So pound sign is source self page and ref equals source. I love it. So for the other ones, we could actually split. So we could try to split on pound sign. So the problem is that this starts becoming like some weird damn like URL parsing, and that becomes complicated, man. Let's leave that for another day. Okay, let's go update the docs about this stuff. We have errors? Oh shit, we have errors. What happens? AC error.kind does not support a reinitialization syntax. 270. Oh, right. Yeah, how does it work? Show me another example of error. Well, I mean, I'm not sure I understand the point of this problem. 272. Try add error. Range, kind. Oh, I get the point. Right. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and I did it again, huh? Expected I can't found blah blah blah. Yeah. Oh, it expects it to be mutable even. That's a mistake on my part. There's nothing that we should care about it being mutable, so we should accept it as a const. SuperMD node expect a type pointer to any opaque found context directive. Oh no. What? What? Okay, there's a few problems. Missing struct field locale. Right. Isn't that optional and set to null? Oh, probably not because the full thing is set to null. Okay, so there you go. Okay, so this should be better. Cast discards const qualifier. That's our problem. So making it const means that we cannot pass it down anymore as a non-const thingy. The problem though is that we do mutate those things. Now that I think about it, we do mutate them. But the fact that we receive a... okay, you know what? The problem is pointer, if copy, blah, 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 and we return the other thing. Otherwise, we return the original pointer, which we cannot return as our... Yeah. Okay. So U32 found 319. Okay, what's the problem? Markdown missing asset. Missing asset. Unable to find documentation scripty. Fuck yes. Correct. Oh shit. Right. Now, by doing this work, I've automatically turned on every single thing that wasn't expressed through Scripty now has been turned on. No matter what. So I had a bunch of things that were not checked. Now they are. Well. Yeah. So, unable to find documentation scripty. Sure. Where is it? Is in assets. Oh, now we're on an adventure. More in log. Right. So, hey, Matthew. Hello. Unable to find Scripty. Yes, that's correct. Because Scripty is being considered a sibling page from docs. Yeah, and that's considered not nested. Perfect. So now we can go in docs. Oh, guess what? Guess how we fix all of them. At least in theory. There we go. Docs index MD. Yeah, okay, I knew it. The section stuff requires us to do some surgery. So, the idea is, if it starts with a dot, we also need to assert that there's a slash afterwards. We're not checking for it at all. Or we could, close an eye and like just let it pass. But then we need to remove this stuff here. Okay, let's go fix that code. So cache. I think this is where we resolve everything, and this is where we find that the thing is a sibling. Then yeah, we want to use PSP, but also we want we want something else from it. So it's with a heavy heart that I have to accept the fact that now we're gonna need a block around this stuff. But what can you do? Not everything can always be an expression, huh? You know what though? I don't like giving a name to this thing. Parent section base. Okay. So redefinition label BLK. Oh, god damn it. Okay, let's see if we're doing any better now. It seems so. Missing assets. Okay. Right. What is assets for us in Super HTML? Let's think about it for a moment. Assets is a sibling page. Assets is indeed a sibling page. Am I doing something dumb? Okay, let me see. What did I fix last? I was fixing siblings. let's see. Unable to find slash assets. This should not be slash assets because we are inside docs. Do we not know that we are inside docs? Do we not know that we are inside docs? Okay, let me think. Yeah, this page itself is a section, but assets is a sibling page to this thing. So this should not say this. I think the problem in this case is that somehow this page doesn't have the property properly set. Page docs super HTML index.md. Indeed, PSP docs. Fuck. But we're doing dir on it. How come that for some pages we need to do dir and for some pages we do not need to do dir? Who programmed this shit? Who made this stupid system? That was me. It was entirely me, and I borked it. This is annoying. So for some pages, somehow we keep around index.md. For some, we don't. Let's see. PSP. Let's see. You give me the parent section path as it has been given to me, or else. We do compute a hash, though. I guess this has to be a case where we're being given parent section path. Let me think about it for a moment. No, because it's always relative to the main page. I am really confused. But it is a section page. Maybe the fact that it is a section page. Oh yeah, if it is a section page. No, this seems weird. This seems so weird. Okay, so here's how we solve it. Okay, let's see. Now it says unable to find docs/indexmd. Okay, so we're kind of back to the problem where we have these thing that ends with index.md. Oh, right, but that's... Oh, you know what? I think I did. I think I'm dumb. I think these dir path stuff is actually not necessary. Wait a second. I think this is actually not necessary. And I just introduced a problem that wasn't there that only obfuscated this. Right, because this is a problem with children, not siblings. This is children. This is not... the problem is that it's MD route path. I should not be doing MD route path. I should be doing... I guess I can use MD asset path. Let me think for a moment. First of all, I need to assert that this thing is a section also, and I'm not doing that. Yeah, it seems weird to me that I would have like such an insane inconsistency in there. But okay, we have other problems now. Let's see, page docs. So this is fine, it seems. But we have a panic IO now. Panic IO. We shouldn't have a panic IO. What? Really? How could we get into a panic IO? Like page finder should worst case tell us that we didn't find the page. Like how do you get to a panic IO instead? Jesus. So who's causing the panic IO, man? Panic IO. While running docs index.md. There's also that dot that is bad that we should get rid of. It's here. Does this have anything to do with it? But even then, that should not be the case. So SDR printing, and then a weird ass failure that doesn't even tell us why it failed. What? Give me the bug. Segfold and a very curious address. Interesting. What? What? Hmm. Panic during a panic aborting. Oof. This is actually rough. What is going on here, man? P equals meta MD rel path. And that's what's undefined? What? So this is a call to link where most things are undefined. That is interesting. So the fact that selfie is mostly undefined is interesting. Also, the fact that this bad boy is undefined explains also why at some point we're going like slightly past that. So I guess we're going to a sub field of undefined, and yeah, and that's not good. I guess. Hmm. So we're trying to analyze site page docs dot link. Oh, that is more interesting because that means that now we are in a template, not we're in a template, not in a document. Or rather, that's where it started because we were trying to print a link to something. What's interesting is that this doesn't seem to have much to do with our stuff on at first sight. And then that gets called. The problem is that self. So self in this case is the page, and it seems that the page that we're calling the stuff on is horribly undefined. So who's calling this stuff with a very heavily undefined page? Who's the bad guy? As we're running this template stuff, that is an interesting error. Oof. Site page docs link. Yeah, I'm genuinely surprised. I wonder if I did something stupid with the control flow somehow. And like we should be stopping at some point, but we're not for some reason. Like report error is no return, and it straight up exits at the end, right? Yeah, it does a exit one. So every time we do report error, we don't even have to worry about anything else. Here, it's a success case. Breaks sub, which sets ref, breaks sibling. So we only return to ref in here. So it gives us a ref. We then call page finder. We find the page. If it's an error, we break with the error. Maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we should just report it right away, but okay. Page. We look at ref, but that's not our case. That's not what we are erroring on. And in any case, what we would do is just report error, which is also not returned. So page side else. So in the end, we expect everything to evaluate to just a string that then gets placed there. So here we're setting the directive. Okay, so basically what we're saying is no matter what happens, we turn this directive into a URL directive. Am I failing to copy those? There might be, yeah, the only thing that makes me think that I could have some kind of bug of that kind is if we did not copy one of these guys. Copy, bool, if copy, then this. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. If copy. Right, that defines the pointer. That's what we set. That's what we return. So it should be good. This is true. This is true. This is true. This is null. This is true. This is true. Otherwise, we do the actual running. So I don't see how these could cause problems. Also, the entire page is null in here. So how do you even get to a null page? I guess we should go up and see how we got in trying to render. Oh no, we're calling link. We're grabbing the page by ID and we're calling link on it. Oh, I think I understand what's going on. We're grabbing the page by ID. We're calling link on it. Normally, the page would be loaded one way, But now because we process links, we load the page beforehand in a different way, and something goes whack as we do that. How? I don't know. So it's not in here. So in cache, we do all this work, and then we finally load the page in here. Oh, yeah, that's what's going on. Okay. Oh, shit. What's going on? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Okay, so what's going on is that as we're loading the docs page, we load other pages as we try to check its links. As we load other pages, we check their links, which, although we should not be going... So basically, what's going on is that it's a loop. We try to load another page. That page is trying to do something, I think, that entails something else. So I guess what? Let's go up. Eval var. Yeah. Okay, we're at the top now. Yeah, the only thing that I can think of is that as we're trying to load pages, like we loop in some way. I can't think of any other way. We do load page. And the problem is that we get or put, which means that if we don't find, we put something where the value is undefined in the meantime, and then we call load page on it. What I don't understand though is why are we like analyzing a template link thing on something that is undefined? That is weird to me. It's almost as if load page is returning like too early somehow. Oh. Wait, should I do this? Should I do this? I think that is partially of why part of the reason why we're having trouble. I don't remember if I really needed to do that or not. I think I do, but yeah, because I need AST to check if it has IDs that contain what I want. The problem is if we never build an AST, then we're never going to be able to check all the pages. But I guess there are some downsides to building the freaking AST, I guess. Oh. If page site equals site, try context page built-ins link. Uh-oh. Context page built-ins link. I think that might explain some things. Let's set the freaking AST a little bit early, maybe. So now we still have the undefined page error. Oh, you know what? Better than nothing. Yeah, I think the problem is that we're trying. I think the problem is that we're trying to fetch ourselves from the map, but we're not. The key exists, but the values has not been set there. I think we can even test this trivially. Yeah, like trivially. Before we do this, gop. Or we can just call memset on it, I guess. Or we can do this. Zeros with an E. Mem. Okay, there we go. And now I bet you there's going to be a bunch of zeros. Has no tag with value 0. Well, fuck. Only nullable and allow 0 pointers. Okay, so we have no quick way of doing that. That's unfortunate. Yeah, but this is the problem. The problem is that we're trying to catch ourselves, I think. So how do we get in there though? Because the problem is that I think is that we're calling link. And I think it's here. Actually, I don't know. It is one of these two, I think. Actually, can we check this from here? Are we ever in cache? We're in the super template. Eval. Layout main. VM. Interesting. So it does not seem that we are inside of load. So never mind. Maybe it's not any of these guys. Yeah, and we're also not trying to grab the page through anything weird. Okay, that's an interesting problem. So I think I will need to take some time offline to figure it out. Maybe eat something and then go back to it. But this is nice. Bit of a noob question. Do we need GC to use an ORM? If there is no GC, should an ORM have a short thread cache for recently fetched objects? Do we need a GC to use an ORM? No, I think the answer is no. You don't need to. If there is no GC, should an ORM have a short thread cache for recently fetched objects? So you're saying I have multiple threads. The assumption, I guess, is that one thread is handling one request at a time, or like one kind of request. So how you map your requests to threads also has an implication in the answer to your question. So something to keep in mind. So let's assume that you have one thread per kind of request, maybe. So you have one thread that only deals with requests where somebody is requesting users, and one thread that only deals with requests where somebody is requesting, I don't know, like pages, assuming that your thing has users and pages. That's not normal. Normally, you don't shard your threads that way, but let's say that you do. Then maybe, in that case, having a cache for recently fetched objects might be beneficial, yes. But most often, you don't divide your things that way. So you probably would have some kind of shared cache across multiple threads, normally. But that said, maybe you do the per request sharding thread thing, so then you would be fine. Isn't strictly necessary? I don't know. I guess it depends on your use case. So I would say you can do it however you want, and it really depends on the specifics of your use case. Although you see how the way in which you map threads to requests does have a big impact. So I would argue that maybe the cache might not belong to the ORM. Maybe the cache is something that one should implement outside the ORM, so above the ORM. Because the way you shape that cache, or if you want it in the first place or not, depends on design choices that go far past the ORM itself. Sure, you could, think of a few like common ways of mapping requests to threads. and then so somebody specifies which strategy they're employing when they initialize the ORM, and so the ORM uses that info, maybe an enum, to structure itself internally differently. But I mean, you don't have to, right? You could still pull everything out. So yeah, I don't know. Okay. What do I want to do next? I think that given how things are, I want to solve this problem, obviously, before I move forward. I think I'll maybe write down the missing case when it comes to vanilla syntax. And then I think I'm going to call it a day. I'll probably join Discord later on and do some more work there. Hopefully this undefined stuff is not too complicated. I don't know why I stumbled upon it. Let's see. Let's put it as a request cache, because different requests are working with data they fetch. Has being true. If other request is changing data, ... the data is no longer valid for other requests until it's committed. But yes. Well, yeah, if you have caching, then you buy into the problem of cache invalidation. So yeah, that is problematic. So you could argue that sharding by type of request then could make it easier for you to invalidate things, because otherwise you would need locking across threads. But also, when databases are involved, you generally want to have the ability to change the database also from somewhere else. So a client to a database doesn't ever have a full complete view of the state of the database. So cache invalidation, has to be complicated once you get into that. So I don't know. I think I'll stop here. I don't have more insight into the problem than this. So I'll go have dinner, and I'll join